Hi, my name is Carissa Lee, and this is my story. The story is about a little girl finding her way to being a teacher that I am today, going through hardships and struggles, realizing her true passion for teaching. The story is not done. I'm still changing every single day. My abilities as a teacher will continue to grow, so my story starts with the little girl. I had a pretty great childhood, great parents, awesome brothers, nothing really to complain about. I guess when things are so good for a long time and something bad happens, it's like a ton of bricks hitting you. This ton of bricks was when I was in 6th grade. As a typical 12-year-old, I thought it was just normal to have headaches, but these headaches were anything but normal. I woke up with a headache, I went to sleep with a headache, every single day. My mom knew there was something wrong, but I was in denial. She took me to the doctor, and I had an MRI done. I still thought there could never be anything wrong with me, but then the ton of bricks hit me. I had Chiari malformation 1, a deformation in the brain. The only way to fix this was to have brain surgery. I honestly couldn't believe that this was true. I was still in denial. But it was something that I had to get used to, because on October 8th, 2004, I was going to have brain surgery. The doctors opened up my neck and moved my muscles to shave part of my skull off. The reason for this was because my brain was going down into my spinal cord. They needed to make room for my brain to grow correctly. After October 8th, I never had one of those headaches again. It took about 2 months for me to fully recover from having surgery. During those 2 months, I felt like I had a neck ache all the time, but I welcomed the neck ache after the horrific pain I had before. So my life went on. I thought the ton of bricks were behind me completely. I was playing soccer again, going to school fine. Everything seemed just great again. Almost exactly 2 years later, that ton of bricks hit me again. This time in the formation of a goalie sliding into my leg. She broke both the tibia and fibula in my right leg. As a soccer player and a very, very active teenager, this was heartbreaking. I was in a wheelchair for 3 months, then couldn't walk for another month. I was out of soccer for 6 months. Although in a lot of pain throughout the entire process, the worst part was not playing soccer. After those 6 months passed, I could finally play, and I was happy again. Entering high school, I had a lot of expectations. I thought it was going to be just like the TV shows, but I was wrong. My first year as a 9th grader was the worst year of my entire life. I got bullied and ignored. I thought having brain surgery and break my leg was the worst thing that could happen to me, but nothing is worse than going to a big school and feeling lost every day. Everything stemmed from me being out of shape from soccer due to my broken leg. The girls were mean, rude, and best case scenario, they simply ignored me. I hated school, but thankfully I had a mom that could see this. She moved me schools after my first year of high school. I then attended Rancho Buena Vista High School for the rest of my amazing high school career. So why am I telling you this story? Because if all those things hadn't happened to me, I would not be the teacher I am today. At Rancho, I met Mrs. Kolar, who inspired me so much. I wanted to follow in her footsteps. That's when I realized I wanted to be a teacher. I became the teacher I am by being placed at the perfect school for me, High Tech High. I learned so much about my craft as a teacher, and I learned how much I can truly handle as a professional. This school has showed me the type of teacher I will continue to be through my teaching career. Rancho was my home for me in high school, and starting next year it will be my home again as a professional. I am going back to teach math at my alma mater. The experience I had in 9th grade, although very horrible in the moment, has given me insight into what some freshmen go through, since I went through bullying myself. This is why I want to teach 9th grade. Breaking my leg, even though it was painful and I couldn't play soccer, was an incredible blessing. If that hadn't happened, I never would have switched schools to Rancho after my horrific 9th grade year. Who knows where I'd be without having Mrs. Kolar inspire me? And finally, brain surgery allows me to empathize with students who may be going through a struggle. I never expected, as a very healthy 12-year-old, to go through something like that, but I did. And now I have a pretty cool story to tell. So this story, my story, is about bricks hitting me. Bricks hitting me and good things happening after. I know that if something bad happens, a good thing will come out of it. I tell my students this too. I try and have them see that no matter what happens in life, something good will happen. This is my story.